Hello everybody. Fix my audio. This is going to be the second episode of how to 1v1 in Sploot. So the first thing I want to go over is how to actually kill your opponent. So just know that the end goal of a 1v1 is to kill your opponent, obviously, right? The goal throughout the 1v1 itself is setting yourself up to kill your opponent. How do you set yourself up to kill your opponent? The way you set yourself up to kill your opponent is you want to catch them in a position where you can push them deeper into your trap zone and you can spike them after. If these are your traps and my character here is your enemy and I push like this, right? I get in like this position and I'm in this trap. I'm not in this trap, I'm in this trap. This is a good position where even if I have traps like right here, right? Right now, I'm you now. You could come around, you could push me deeper into your zone, right, and retrap me. Your goal is to be ready for when I accidentally misposition myself like this. So when that happens, come around, try and push me deeper into your trap zone. And when you do this, right, where you push me into your trap zone and then you can like retrap me here, right, you're pretty much taking control of me, right? Because I can't move, right? And you can push me around. You literally control my character now. So if you get a bit lucky, what you could do is you could push the player in this trap right here, right? Imagine a player there. You could push him into one of these 4 traps here. And once he's in this position, because you also want to make sure you have room here to place anything you want, come around, right? Really simple, okay? But you got to be fast with it because Mr. Opponent, he's going to be breaking, he's going to be spam he's going to be resisting, all right? He's not a punching bag, he's a player. And a lot of players that, the only players that really play this game still are people who are really trying at it. Or they're like massive noobs. So chances are they're going to be like resisting really hard if you're actually 1v1ing a player. So I have talked about very basic concepts where enemies have a trap here, right? You push it, you break it, and then you replace it with your own trap. One question is, why do you push your enemies? Because if you take an enemy trap, it doesn't kill them, and there's possible risks. So why would you ever try and take this trap here? I will set up an example on why you might want to push your opponent's traps. Let's say there's an opponent attacking me like this, right? I'm over here. My traps are set up like this. If my opponent like positions himself right here, he's like super fucked, okay? I come over, I push him into like, let's say this trap, right? Because this tree's in the way, I can't place a spike here like I want to, okay? Now, if I pushed him here, I could like place a spike there and kill him. But this tree, it blocks potential kill windows that I could potentially use on my opponent, and it's just a bad thing. You want to eliminate this. If you're in a position where you are constantly like 1v1ing someone and you want to have space behind you, okay? One thing you can do is push the enemy traps, okay? You can like push this trap, right? Break it and then place your own and then do the same for here and take this whole entire area, right? Now you've gained an extra layer. This is your new front line. This is your new like front layer of traps, okay? Now your old front layer of traps, these 4 right here that I'm walking across, this is your new second layer. And this third layer, you can just break. Okay? Now the result of pushing my enemy, okay, is that now I can place here. Okay? I have space behind me to be able to place spikes. Okay? Now, I know that I said, oh, like push him into your trap zone and then push him into this trap. Also, you don't want to over push him because if I'm the enemy, right, and you push me to like right here, I could place here, right? Especially if you're stuck in this situation, the very moment, right, you like get pushed a little bit and then suddenly, like you don't know what's here. Okay, it's like invisible to you. Maybe there's traps, maybe there's not, but like it's like new area. So what you want to do is immediately like try to place there. Okay, place traps anywhere you can if you're in this position. By the way, that's best way to resist. And then don't let them push you. Like, I'm sorry, I'm getting carried away with this shit. You can push your opponent like over here. Okay, and then yeah, you can place a spike and you can push them in. Okay, but honestly, the chance of you being able to do that. It's not very common, especially against good players, because they're not going to extend very hard, but that's pretty basically how you punish someone for overextending, usually. Um, but a lot of times, you just want to figure out a way to spike them. Why do you defend your traps? Okay, so imagine this. You are 1v1ing the other guy, and your traps are set up in a way where it's just so perfect, right? You just like the way they are. You don't want it to change, okay? Your opponent... Cut. Your traps are set up in the way you like it, okay? You don't want it to change. And what your opponent is gonna maybe want to do, right? Because you don't know you don't know how your opponent will play. He could be a maniac. He might want to permanently like rush you. Okay, so let's say your opponent is like, Yar, I'm gonna start breaking these traps, and then he's gonna want to keep pushing you. Okay, if he takes like your traps and replaces it with his, then your trap formation, right, he destroys it. Okay, and if you want it to stay the way it is, then you're going to have to defend your traps. That is why you defend your traps. How do you defend your traps, right? I showed in my last video that you basically use the second layer to block the enemy's placement after they break one of your first layer traps, okay? And you retrap. But what I didn't really go over is why, okay? And that is mainly why. Yes. One thing I didn't go over. Uh, so in my example where I pushed like my opponent, okay, let's say I'm the opponent. I position myself right here, right, and I might have traps here, right, and then like I'm you. I come over, I push him deeper into my traps, and I try to control him, blah blah blah, right. When I was talking about that, I set up a scenario where he's really deep into my traps. Okay. And if he's in this position, right, and you push him like this, the odds of this working out is really fucking high. Right? This is a good angle. This is a push angle that you want to go for. Okay? But that doesn't mean that every single time he pushes your trap, you can just freely push him deeper into your traps. If your enemy lands here, okay, you want to basically pretend that his traps are like right here. Go away. Go away. Go away. Go away. You want to pretend his traps are like exactly right here, you know, as close to your traps as possible, right? So like if you extend a little bit, you will get trapped. That's how you want to play. If you extend a little bit past your trap zone, you will instantly land into trap, okay? So if your opponent, right, gets into your trap right here, you trying to like push me into your trap zone, it's not going to work because if you try and go around, you'll get caught like right here immediately, like instantly, like right here, okay? And then sometimes it'll be in a position where you can't actually retrap him because this trap is slightly in the way of the area you need to place, right? Like it's blocking the corner of your trap here. So you only want to go for angle pushes that you know will have a good chance of working. If you go for bad angle pushes, you could fuck up and put yourself in a worse position, maybe get killed. All right. And that concludes my second video. I hope everyone watching has a good winter break, and I'm probably going to make like one more video, and goodbye.